Before the season started, Oregon at Stanford was a game that we had circled multiple times. It felt like the Sharpie was starting to bleed through some of that paper. Right now, this game looks like it potentially could be one-sided the way the Oregon Ducks have been playing and what we saw from Stanford in week number 3. Signs of life right now, although I don't know how fair it is because Stanford really is banged up on that offensive line, but it seemed like the pace was just too much for the Cardinal defense to even handle.
Well, the pace was too much for a lot of teams to handle.
Sure.
That's why Central Florida is one of the most powerful teams, dynamic teams, at least offensively over the last couple of years. They're snapping the ball every 5 to 11 seconds, pending which play you looked at. Oregon is going to try to replicate that type of tempo, especially after a first down. Now, I imagine Stanford, it's different climate. We're not in Orlando. It's at home. Students are going to be back. And this team has a lot to prove. I mean, You look at their last couple of games, SC, there's elements where they gave that game away. They had opportunities to shut the door, didn't do it. Look at last weekend, it was over in a heartbeat. So I can't wait to watch a David Shaw coach team, a Dwayne Akina secondary get tested, of course, by one of the best arms in the country in Justin Herbert, potential #1 draft pick. How does Paulson Adebo respond from last week? How does this defense respond? I can't wait. I think this is going to be a classic Stanford-Oregon game that we've seen for years decide the Pac-12 North.
Okay, the one thing I want to throw your way about Oregon, because we don't talk nearly enough about this team's defense, and I get it because of Herbert and some of the weapons that they have there, but they've been terrific.
They've been terrific in their biggest test, which is fair when you look at the Auburn game. So why would we not think they're going to show up again against KJ Costello and company? And they'll have the opportunity to do so. They're going to have to make plays, though, on the perimeter. When the ball is thrown to Colby Parkinson, when you watch Connor Weddington and company, Michael Wilson stretch the field, those are going to be the moments where this secondary we're going to find out, because it will be a different speed than they've seen the last 2 weeks in non-con play.
Back-to-back games now, Oregon is not allowed a touchdown. Major thumbs up for what Andy Avalos is doing on that side of the football with his team. Huge game. As soon as it's over, we got you covered Pac-12 Network and a full deep dive on Pac-12 Final Score.